What a way to start the day. Good morning, everybody. Jasper here. Ooh, I tell ya, the views, they just get better and better and better. And when you think it's not even possible, they get even better. Oh yeah, absolutely stunning. Just left camp just 2 minutes ago. This is what I saw. Isn't that amazing, guys? Well, I tell you, we're heading southwest. We're Sobo on the Colorado Trail for our Colorado through hike attempt. Day 12. I'm about 155 miles in to my 500-mile hike. Long way to go. That's okay. Doing fine. As I'd mentioned yesterday, looks like no hostel in Twin Lakes, so I guess that's not going to be an option, but we can still resupply there, and apparently they let us charge our battery packs at the general store, which is owned by hikers apparently. So okay, they have a charging station, I'm told, so that might work. Love to take a shower or bath, eat some city food. It's a small village, Twin Lakes, but apparently they have a food truck there that does a great job. So you know what, maybe that's the thing today. Tomorrow. Today's Friday, August, is that going to be August the 6th Friday? Take a look through these trees. Just take a look through those trees right there. Oh yeah. So yeah, welcome to day 12, as I've said already several times. Great day though. We're gonna have a blast today. I'm not gonna push. Yesterday was 20.6 miles. So that's about 33-ish kilometers. Oh, gotta watch these rocks, they're slippy. So 33 kilometers. Now, for me, 33 kilometers on this trail is a lot because, for me, because it's horrendous rocky climbs. And so I actually slept in this morning. I didn't wake up till 6. Normally, I've been on trail by 6. But that's okay. I'm looking at, 15, 16 miles today, and that will leave me for an 8-mile hike into Twin Lakes tomorrow. I'm also told that a person can camp very close to Twin Lakes, so that might work out as a bit of a Nero kind of day. We'll see. We'll see how it all unfolds tomorrow. Anyhow, let us get going down the trail. Right now we're descending down a rocky section, but yeah. It's only been an hour on trail this morning, but I decided to stop and make another cup of coffee and a sandwich. Just still hungry. It's good. Continuing with nutrition. Food on trail. We started yesterday. This is a bagel. Whole wheat bagel with just a piece of Spam. Here in the United States, they sell a 4-ounce piece of Spam in a little pouch. I wonder if I can show you one. We don't have them in Canada. We have Spam, of course, but look, little individual pouches like this, absolutely perfect for the backpacker. You can chop this up, add it to mashed potatoes, whatever you want. Put it with a ramen noodle, cup of soup, sandwich. Great. Perfect little spot. I can hear like a rapid brook behind me. In fact, that's where I filtered my water to make my coffee. Perfect this morning. Beautiful morning again, sun's up, blue skies. Again, inside the forest. But beautiful. Yeah. Just take a look at this absolutely beautiful white water river, rapid, stream, creek, brook, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's absolutely phenomenally beautiful. Wow, isn't that gorgeous, guys? As a photographer, I had to make a decision whether I was going to bring like a full capable camera or just the GoPro. I elected to go with the GoPro. Just ahead of me, you see the through hiker Butcher. We talked about him before. Everybody say good morning, Butcher. Okay. Well, he's carrying a Sony. I think it's an A6000, something like that, and a couple of lenses. And he elected to carry that extra weight. Again, I did not. I went with just the GoPro, but I do capture stills, and we are going to be and have been looking at some of those stills. Also this morning we attempted to capture a little bit of a sunrise, but again, due to the inability to resupply electricity quite often as I'd like, we have to be a little bit careful with battery power. Okay, we have a sign: Timberline Lake straight ahead, Colorado Trail to the left, and off we go. And up there in the tree, right up there, Colorado Trail emblem. Tiny little brook. Whew, beautiful. Beautiful, typical pine forest, Colorado Trail. Gorgeous. We've just finished, a good 2.5 hour tough climb, rocky, lots of elevation gain, and then we just leveled off right now. It's around 11:30. Again, it's day 12. Tomorrow morning, well, later tonight, but not really until tomorrow morning, will we be entering Twin Lakes again for a resupply there and charge battery packs, whatever we can do. But just look at the trail, look at the scenery. Beautiful, isn't it? The trail behind me. Wow. Yeah. Right from day one, the Colorado Trail as being lots of things. It's been challenging, although since we left Breckenridge, it's become more challenging, significantly more. It's been interesting. It's been beautiful. It's been everything and more than I kind of expected so far. Again, here we are, day 12. So we're starting to get some real solid insight into this trail, about what it's all about now. Comfortable with the trail? Yep, hard climbs and some super rocky, steep descents. We've got more of those to come. We've got more mountain passes to summit and cross. But you know what? You look forward to them. You look forward to the challenge. You look forward to the views, the scenery, things I may not ever see again. I don't know. No idea if I'll be on this trail again or not. Although I probably would if I had my way. Yeah. Just a little kind of late morning, midday check-in. Oh, water source, and I'm going to stop and get some. I am going to filter a nice half liter out of here and maybe take a little wash down. Beautiful little stream. Still been walking through the forest most of the day today. However, the trees are thinning here. So now, get a view of the mountains again. The mountains we came over. Anyhow, I just want to show you a little bit of the trail. And continuing with our nutrition and equipment on trail. So, for this particular trail, Something very important, so we'll talk about it now. What footwear is Jasper wearing? Well, if you've watched my channel for quite a while, you know what I favor. I favor the Ultra Lone Peaks, or Timps, or Superiors, and I also like the ASIC Gel Venture 7s. I get the extra wide in the ASIC Gel Venture 7s, and in the Ultras, well, they just automatically have a extra wide toe box. They just make that one particular size. So this hike, I'm using Ultra Low Peaks 4.0s with Dirty Gold Gaiters and Darn Tough socks, thin cut or thin sewing. Now, would I change any of those things? Yes. The Darn Tough socks, I would go to, from a thin or a lightweight sock, I'd go to something a little thicker or a middleweight. So I'd use the middleweight. I don't like the heavyweight, just too much wool, but I do like the middleweight. So rather than the light that I'm using on this hike, I would change to the middleweight. That's it. That is day 12's afternoon kind of equipment babble, if you will. So there you go. Footwear of my choice. Are the Lone Peaks doing great on this trail? You know what? They're comfortable. I have no blisters. However, in the rocky sections, they don't have a lot of protection. So you tend to feel the rocks a little more. But apart from that, they are 100% great. No doubt about it, and I would do exactly the same next time. I'd use the same shoes. Okay, a little bit of this trail. Take a look-see. It's beautiful. Once again, guys, the end of another amazing day on the Colorado Trail, my camp for the night. Right by, just take a look at what we're going to see here. Right by an absolutely amazing river. Absolutely beautiful. Take a look-see. So this is home for the night, home for the end of day 12. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? Oh yeah. Look at the beautiful trees, the hills. Wow. You'll notice over here, oh yeah, we talked about this fella before, but you never actually met him. This guy right here, this Colorado Trail through hiker, well, this is Butcher. Hi, Butcher.
Hello, you two.
He's making his dinner. He's having macaroni and cheese and God knows what else in there. And he was just fishing in that river, caught himself a couple of trouts, but it's catch and release. Butcher's tent for the night? Yep. Me, well, won't be long. 5-10 minutes, I'll be in my bunk and I'll be getting ready for bed, going to sleep. It's going to be an early start tomorrow. Tomorrow we hit Twin Lakes. Looking forward to that. They've got a food truck there that people say, get the burger. So we're going to get the burger. Going to get a resupply. So it'll be a shorter hiking day. It'll be what we call a Nero, and we all know what that is because we've talked about it many times. Hey, Jasper here. Thank you for following me. Thank you for joining me on my through hike of the Colorado Trail. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Sunrise through the trees, just popping up behind the mountain. Wow. The trail this morning, steep, rocky, technical, challenging. Whew. Good morning, everybody. Jasper here. Welcome to day 13 of our Colorado Trail through hike. This morning we're on a section that leads to the trailhead for the Mount Elbert summiting. So there's quite a few people starting out this morning to attempt their summiting of Mount Elbert. That's a 14er, 14,000 feet plus. Oh man, challenging hike. Sunrise, what a beautiful, beautiful morning. So in this area, just outside Twin Lakes on the Colorado Trail, there's two mountain trailheads, if you will. One for Mount Massive, one for Mount Elbert. These mountains are accessible. They're called 14ers, each one being over 14,000 feet. Today being Saturday and a beautiful day, lots of people are doing the summiting of both of those mountains. Some going to Massive, some going to Albert. Oh, cobwebs this morning. Hence, quite a few people from the trailhead starting out. About 11,500 feet right now of elevation. We just climbed up a good solid 1,000 feet of quite challenging and steep trail. Hey, we are doing just fine. Take a little look-see. Sun's up now, coming up above the trees. You can see that in the camera, I hope. And the trail ahead of us, once again, in these tall pine forest, which has been quite prominent so far. Day 13 now, and it's been quite prominent of these pine forests along this Colorado Trail, other than when you are above tree line. And of course, we've already seen that as we've gone over places such as Georgia Pass and Kokomo Pass and the 10-mile range, places like that where we've been above tree line. And that's when we get those beautiful vistas, those beautiful views of the US Rocky Mountains. Okay, hey, you know what? Day 13, going to be a short day, I believe. We'll see how it all unfolds, but we're going into Twin Lakes today. So Twin Lakes used to have a hostel, as we've said. It doesn't anymore. I was really hoping to do laundry, take a shower, night in the hostel, so on. But that's no longer available to me. There are 2 or 3 kind of motel, cabins, lodges type places there that may or may not have vacancies, but it's Saturday and it's a busy time of year and the prices are horrendously expensive. So I really don't think that that's particularly an option for me. It's a general store resupply, so they don't have everything a thru hiker might need. However, they do have thru hiking in mind, simply because it's owned by thru hikers that have hiked this trail, so they know, you know, what a hiker's looking for, and they've tried to provide quite a bit of that apparently in the store. When I do leave Twin Lakes, which is probably going to be tomorrow morning, it's about a 4-day hike through the Collegiates, be it either east or west, excuse me, to Salida. And there they do have hostels. It is a bigger community. They have Walmarts, this kind of thing, and a full resupply will be done there. We have a water crossing. I'm gonna have to turn you off because I gotta walk over this tree plant trunk. Okay, water crossing successful, still have dry shoes and socks. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, so we're going to resupply best possible at the general store. I think I've made up my mind whether I'm going on Collegiate east or west. See, just south or just past Twin Lakes, once you get round the actual Twin Lakes, you make a choice. You go on the Collegiate east or the Collegiate west. I'm going to choose the Collegiate east. I'm going to choose that for 2 reasons, I think. One is the Collegiate East is the original Colorado Trail. However, it makes no difference if you go east or west. You've still done a through hike of the Colorado Trail. And secondly, if I wish to do a 14er, that summit a 14,000 foot mountain, I think the easiest one to do, and they're all challenging, don't misunderstand me, but I think the easiest one would be the Mount San Luis at 14,027 feet, I believe. So that would be accessible on the Collegiate East. Also, I just found out last night, we go right, basically right past a kind of mountain spa where you pay to go in these, what do you call that, natural hot springs, things like that. That might be just a great place because they have showers and stuff, and so you can get a good shower, and that's on the east side. And it's about a 4-day passage, I believe, from Twin Lakes to Salida, which is hopefully going to be my next zero, and a hostel and resupply again. So this being day 13, we've just kind of updated what we're going to be doing over the next, say, 4 or 5 days of the trail. Yeah. So I kind of wanted to do that this morning, bring us all up to speed on where we were and what we were doing. You might as well look at the trail while I'm babbling on. No point just looking at me. So yeah, there's an update for the next few days. Jasper on the trail, having an absolutely amazing adventure. One little tip, pre-plan your communication needs. Joanne, my trail agent / girlfriend in Ontario, texted me yesterday and said, listen, on your Virgin Mobile, you don't have a plan for the United States, so calling and using data is extremely expensive, ridiculous. Like she came out with some ridiculous numbers. Hopefully it's a misprint on her typing, but ridiculous numbers. So I put my phone on airplane mode, and I can still use my GutHux app for navigation and so on of the Colorado Trail, and it's fine for that, and that's exactly why I have it, to be honest with you. So yeah, just a little point, when you come into hike any foreign, US or European or whatever trail, have some kind of a plan. Oh, look at this little guy up here. I think is a little upset that I'm here this morning. Wow. Anyhow. Or maybe I startled him, but he didn't seem to like me being here. He was warning me off, I think. Or unless he was how he says good morning, I don't know. But he seemed a little excited. Okay. Let's get on down the trail. What a beautiful aspen tree forest. Absolutely stunning. Very similar to the silver birch that we have in Ontario. But if you notice, the actual trunk, rather than being silver, is more of a golden color. You get it better there with the sun reflecting light from the tree trunk. It's more of a golden color. Beautiful, beautiful aspens. Okay, guys. Well, excuse me. My allergies have been giving me a problem. But anyhow, what we should do at this point is talk about gear. This is going to be a shorter day, as I say, going into Twin Lakes. So let's chit-chat a little moment as we go down this beautiful trail in this forest, which is downhill right now, about gear. Yesterday we talked about shoes. Today, let's talk about backpacks. Okay, there's a whole kind of smorgasbord, myriad of whatever of backpacks. Rule number one. And believe me, this is rule number one. If you pay $60 or you pay $100 for a backpack, there's a reason you get paying $60 or $100. And that reason is comfort. Primarily comfort. Most of your lower priced backpacks are quite strong. I have a McKinley 65 plus 10 liter, as you know, and I use that for training. And it's very strong, and there's features about it I like, but it's nowhere near as comfortable as the backpack I'm using today. What is that backpack that I'm using today? It is my Osprey Exos 58 liter. I chose it because I do like Osprey packs. Osprey packs are designed to be comfortable, strong, and they have an excellent warranty program. This pack weighs 2.5 pounds, empty, of course. That's at the top end of what I would consider the ultralight scale of backpacks. There's backpacks that will weigh 12, 14 ounces. There's the Z-Pack There's Gossamer Gear. There's several. Hyperlight. They're not necessarily the pack for everybody. A pack like that is a pack that's really designed for the ultralight hiker. And just because you have a ultralight pack does not make you an ultralight hiker. For that pack to be successful for you, or for anybody else, the ultralight pack has to work in combination with completely ultralight gear. Otherwise, the pack becomes too heavy, becomes unusable, almost extremely painful to carry, and can fail. So keep that in mind. Are you an ultralight hiker? Are you a lightweight hiker? Are you a heavy hiker? All these things need to be taken into account when you're choosing your backpack that you're going to use for your through hike. Good morning.
Morning.
Other hikers on trail, that's always good to see. So yeah, keep these things in mind when you're choosing your backpack. My pack of choice is Osprey. They have several different models. And again, mine is the Exos 58. It comes in a 48 and a 38. For a through hike, I'm finding the 58 just fine, capacity-wise. Okay, so there is our little gear kind of spiel for today. Today is, what is it? Is it August 7th? Gosh, I don't know. Day 13 continues right now. The first decent look of Twin Lakes as we descend from the mountains above. Awesome. Hazy out today, very hazy. Wow. Twin Lakes. Something I've realized, the haze is smoke from wildfires. I had no idea that's what it was, but I've just finished a conversation with some fine people and that's what they told me. This place is so kind of cool. It's very kind of, I don't know, laid back, cultural, whatever, but look, little coffee kind of Volkswagen vehicle. Historic, some historic buildings over on that side. This side, some cabins, Wind Spirit. I did try to contact them because they tell me it's only about $100 a night. And I thought I might be able to do it, but I can't contact them. You got to go online, and I have no way of doing that to book. So anyhow, the Twin Lakes General Store, really, really, really an amazing place. All kinds of things, very hiker friendly. That group right there underneath that canopy, well, that's the group I'm sat with. We're chit-chatting and just having some fun and a little bit of trail magic going on. There's Butcher, he's just got his resupply. So yeah, the Twin Lakes General Store, absolutely amazing. The Twin Lakes Inn, look at that place, awesome. Again, very, very hiker friendly, highly recommend it. You can resupply here. Oh, you're not going to get everything you might want, but you can definitely resupply here. Oh yeah. Take a look-see. Wow. Absolutely an amazing location. A little bit of trail magic going on right there. Thank you. Yeah. Fishing, camping, groceries, beer, ice, gifts, and bucks. The hike out of Twin Lakes and around the lakes. And it's a long way around the lakes. It's got to be pushing 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not sure how far I'd get. Love to get all the way around. I don't know if that's going to happen. See the lakes, or the lake through the trees. I just stopped a while back, topped up my drinking water bottle and electrolytes, just so I'm not carrying all that water all the way around. Whew. So yeah, Twin Lakes, what an amazing community. Highly recommend the General Store. Very, very, very helpful. Great service. Price wise, you know what? First of all, you're in Colorado, which seems to be an expensive state. Secondly, you're in a really unique location. I think that increases price a little bit. But overall, on my resupply, I spent around, for the actual resupply, I spent maybe $80 US. And then I spent another 20 on, a breakfast sandwich, a lunch sandwich, coffees, fruit, this kind of thing, because I was there for about 4 hours or so whilst I charged my battery packs. So yeah, pretty cool. So the Twin Lakes General Store and community in general, highly recommended. Can't say enough about those folks. Beautiful. Okay, let's keep going. It's hot out here. It's about 80 degrees Fahrenheit right now, and it's very exposed, although there is a breeze and that makes it a little nicer, a little easier. But it's flat, primarily flat. A few hills, but primarily flat. So we can log some miles down, which is what we're going to do right now. We've come to the point in the trail, decision time. Do we go Collegiate West? Do we go Collegiate East? Well, we'd already decided we were going with the Collegiate East. So we're going to make a sharp left turn right here and follow the trail as we climb up now into the mountains again. Okay, let's go. So I'm just sat here taking a break. We've started the climb now along the Collegiate East, now climbing up over the opposite side of the lake, or the Twin Lakes. So even though we had a resupply, charged all our battery packs, which took about 4 hours, and resupplied and so on, right now we're still at about 14 miles in for the day so far. So that's pretty good. What's 14 miles in kilometers? That would be, let me see, so that's 16, 20, is that 22? About 22 kilometers. So that's still pretty good. And we're still moving forward, because we do need to find water, even though the lake's down there. I didn't want to carry a lot up this climb. But there should be water ahead, and there's campsites ahead within the next few miles, so that'll be okay. Little point of interest, if you guys, any of you guys, are through hiking, section hiking, the Colorado Trail, in Twin Lakes, if you go into the general store and you say, Jasper sent me, that's Jasper sent me, you will get free coffee, you will get 10% off anything you buy. Keep that in mind. At the Twin Lakes General Store, just say Jasper sent me, you'll get free coffee, 10% off whatever you buy. Okay. Whew, pretty. Take a look at the trail. That's where we're going. Rugged for sure. Trees. And that's where we came from. We've talked before about decision making on trail. And this one, well, it's a doozy. As you know, earlier in the day we were by the lake and there was all kinds of water, but then we knew we had to climb. My gut app told me possible water at a couple of locations and definite water at a further location. So I elected only to filter enough for my drinking bottle, which I've almost consumed. We've been climbing a lot and it's been a hot day. Well, now at this stage, it's getting near camp and there's just no water to be had. We've gone past the first source and there was an ever so slight, minute little puddle of water, and I think I managed to grab about 200 ml out of there. Didn't filter it because it's got a lot of debris in it, and I really don't want to subject my filter to that, but I may have no choice. That 200 ml may keep me alive until I get to the major water source. However, the second water source, which is half a mile down the trail, haven't got there yet. Hoping that's a little better so I can dump this 200 ml with the debris in it and filter something better there, and then I can look for a campsite. All is good. But at the present time, we basically have no water, have very little water to get through the night with. It's been a hot day. we hiked around the exposed area of the lake. I have drank, gosh, a liter, say in the last 4 hours, but that's all the water I had. On a hot day like this, a dry environment, dry atmosphere, just sucks the moisture right out of you. So tonight, maybe a little uncomfortable, unless I can make it the next 6 miles to the more positive water flow of my water source, but that's going to make it much later in the night, and I'm already getting a little tired now, or a lot tired. So whether I could make that 6 miles or 10 kilometers remains to be seen. So yeah, decision making on trail 101. Golly. Okay, let's keep moving forward. Well guys, we're in this together. You are going to see the next water source, and I'm really hoping there's water when I see it. Okay, well, damn. You know what? It's possible, because the next one from here is 5.5 to 5 miles away. So we're just going to have to, make this work. Let's see what we can get out of here. It's going to take a while, but then the next available campsite after we filter, we're going to call home. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, I did manage to filter 2.5 liters. It took me about 30 minutes to do so, and it would have been extremely hard on my filter. So that means 2 things. One is tomorrow, because I won't reach there tonight, I don't think. I'm looking for the next available campsite now I have water. Tomorrow, when I reach the positive water flow, I've got a filter, and then with some of that filtered water, I have got to clean the heck out of my filter. It's easy enough to do, but again, you've got to do it vigorously, and everything will be good. And also, number 2, my pack is now 5.5 pounds heavier than it was, well, 35 minutes ago. Okay, learning experience. Sometimes you take a gamble, and you can see why you might take a gamble, knowing you've got a big climb ahead of you. Do I get my water now and carry that extra 5.5 pounds up this climb, or do I gamble at these possible water sources? The information that I'm using primarily on this trail is gut hooks, and it's the Colorado Trail map and guide. And what happens is hikers that have been there before you say, leave comments on gut hooks saying, you know, this particular place, definitely no water, or it was running a little bit, and on their particular date. The one I just filtered from on July the 27th, now today is August the 7th, but on July the 27th, a hiker said it was running. That was 10 days ago. And I did manage to get some out of it, but I was very, very lucky to do so. My guardian angel was on my shoulder today. Thank you for that. Okay, the trail, the climb continues, but you know what? I don't know what time it is now, but time is getting on. Something's biting my arm. Dang. So yeah, next available camp spot is going to be mine for home. We'll get the shelter up, get everything ready, have dinner, relax, make our coffee. And we can only do those things because my guardian angel was with me. Didn't forget about me. Thank you. Because, in all truthfulness, the situation could have been significantly more serious than I was trying to explain or explaining on the YouTube, because I didn't want to show fear or panic. I was simply trying to state a fact about decision making on trail, and in hindsight I would have got my water from the lake and just had to put up with carrying heavy up the climb. But anyhow, hindsight's 20/20. It's a decision I've made before. Worked out then, and it worked out this time. But you know what? I truly believe, I really do, that even though I hike alone, I don't really hike alone. Anyhow, let's get going. Let's make it to camp. As I say, let's get set up. Let's relax. It's been a challenging day today, to say the least. But we did have that 4-hour time in Twin Lakes with some wonderful people, through hikers, segment hikers, loop hikers. 2 ladies doing the Collegiate East, Collegiate West, one from Seattle, one from California. Charming, amazing ladies. And you know what? I never even asked their names, but if you 2 ladies happen to see this particular video, it's trail named Jasper, and thank you for the 4 tortillas, by the way, and just making my time in Twin Lakes that much more special and enjoyable. So thank you for that, ladies. Okay, let's go, guys. Camp at the end of day 13. My backpack, my shelter, inside there my sleeping pad, my sleeping bag, my liner. Right over here, only because I like to have something to rest my back on, my dinner station. So I'm going to cook my food right here. I'm going to sit on my little mat right there, and I'm going to use those trees as a backrest. Take a look at this area. It's marked in Good Hooks as a great place to camp. And you know what? I would say it is too. And over there, this being Saturday night, there's like a smaller motorhome. There's a couple of people, a man and a lady. They got a campfire going, and looks like they have a camp there on a more permanent basis, which is just fine, of course. And then just over here, I'll show you where the trail continues in the morning. Just cross this little dirt road right over, let me see, right over there. The trail continues that way, and off it goes towards, well, I guess the next major resupply area would be Salida, and after that, Silverton, I believe, and after that, Durango. Wow, I think. Boy, anyhow, maybe I missed one out there. I'm not sure. Day 13 comes to an end. Exciting, challenging, interesting. Met some wonderful people at Twin Lakes. And you know, kudos again to the Twin Lakes General Store, doing a great job, an absolutely great job. Jasper here. I will talk to you guys at the beginning of day 14, which is tomorrow. Good night.